Hello everyone and welcome back once again. As you know, I'm a great fan of pickup trucks and today I'm going to customize this 57 Chevy. Although it is a very nice casting, you should know a couple things about it. First of all, it doesn't have bumpers, as you see, and second, it lacks the interior part, so there are no seats and no steering wheel. But I will customize it anyhow because it is a very nice model. After removing the base from this model, I thought that it will be nice to change the wheels and use these instead. There is going to be a larger wheel at the back and a smaller one at the front. Therefore, the donor car of today is going to be this military bus, which I really like, and maybe I will customize in the near future. But for today, I'm going to use just its wheels. Now, since there are going to be different wheels for this car, I need to make some changes and room for the larger wheels at the back. Therefore, I have to shave some of the material from the inside of each one of the fenders. And after removing some of the material, I think that the wheels are just fine at the back. They are not rubbing against the fender, and you can see the changes between these two cars. You can see the difference where the rear wheel is seated now next to the edge of the fender, which is way better. It is looking nicer this way. I think that Mattel made a mistake in this car because it has a lot of potential to be a really nice looking hot rod truck. At the front there is again this problem of the wheels that are not in the right position, so I'm going to change that as well. And here we have another example of one of my most favorite castings, which has the same arrangement. Here you can see the larger tires at the back and the smaller ones at the front. And just before making the same trick here, I will remove the decals with some acetone. And now it is time to change the front wheels so they will be closer to the inner side of the fender, right where the edge is. by replacing the wheels to wider ones, and I will plant a tube right between the tires so the wheel will not move back to its original place. As you see here, I've achieved this goal by using different wheels at the back, but that was very convenient and easy because the only thing that was different is the thickness of the tire. But here I will have to make some further changes. As you remember, this base was designed to work only with a narrow axle, so there's going to be this play that I don't want here. Therefore, a tube will solve this problem of movement, and it will limit the excessive play between the wheels. And now the next step will be creating some place for the tube that is holding the axle in place and attach it in its right position. The whole thing is going to be pressed when I will put the screw that is holding the base in place, but I can also add some glue just to make sure that it will not move. Now let me just check and see if the wheels are in place. You can see there's a gap here, but after I will close everything, this gap will allow some pressure on the axle so it will not move left or right. And as you see now, there's this movement that I don't want, but after I will put this tiny screw in place, it will eliminate this movement. And now, after everything is closed, I have to check and see. Still there's movement. There's another gap here, so some extra pressure will do the trick, and that's it. Still, this car is rolling very nicely. Everything is moving, and here it is. And still rolls perfectly, and the wheels are in the right position, right where they have to be, next to the edge of the fender. Let me just turn this car once again. You can see from this angle where the tire is next to the edge of the fender. And now the first coat of paint was gray. It is going to be the basic coat. I'm using rattle spray can, and I think that this paint is very nice. I have also painted the grille. I didn't want to have it in chrome. And now I'm going to start and detail this car. I've removed the lip from the right tire, as you see here, and I'm going to do the same here as well. Now, in order to paint the rim, I'm using water-based acrylic paint. Very easy to paint and have this nice matte finish. And after putting the wheels in place, this car looks even nicer, but I thought that it's still missing something. I thought that maybe it will be nicer if the windows would be open on each side of the doors. So I'm going to cut the plastic windshield part, and then I will add some side view mirrors. Now, about side view mirrors, on some cars I add them just because they are meant to be displayed, and on others that I'm playing with, I'm not adding them at all because they are fragile. And after putting the side view mirrors in place, it is time to add a visor for this car. I'm using a piece of metal that will be bent in a few places. Then I'm going to detail this visor. I think that the addition of rivets will give it a more realistic appearance. Now the easiest way to add rivets is just by knocking with this hammer and nail on the visor right in the right place. And after making these rivets, it is time to install this visor in place, and here it is. The next step is going to be adding some rust and weathering effects. The painting process is taking a few hours because first there is this coat of gray, and after that I'm going to paint some rust spots and add some weathering effects all around this car. And the paint that I'm going to use from this moment on is going to be mostly acrylic. And now it is time to show you my creation, but first let's all remember the original car, and then I will show you how it came to be. And now, with these final images of my creation, I would like to say thank you for watching this video and welcome all new subscribers for this channel. I will see you soon at my next video. Please take care and bye bye.